what does it mean to you get drafted by the San Jose Sharks? I mean, were you expecting it? What's your immediate reaction here?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I got a little tap on the shoulder from my agent before they made the pick, but I mean, that was it. I mean, it's such an incredible organization. Obviously, the core they're building there, like, it's so exciting, and I mean, I couldn't be happier, and me and my family, so it's an incredible experience.
Obviously, last night goes, it takes a long time. You go early in the second round, right? You're not here too long. Does it kind of feel good after maybe a longer day yesterday?
Yeah.
Not a lot of waiting around?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, I think the whole time you're very just excited, right? Like, you never know what could happen, and this is such a fun process. It's something we all look forward to our whole lives, so it's just so happy that it happened the way it did, and I'm super excited.
For maybe as we get late in the draft, maybe fans aren't as familiar with some prospects. What would be a way to describe your game for Sharks fans to know who Cole McKinney, the hockey player, is?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say kind of a Swiss Army knife. I think I can kind of do a bit of everything and do it very well. I'm a player that can play in all situations and contribute on both ends of the ice. So.
Cole, what can you say about spending the last year in the USHL and what's really helped you get into this chair today?
Yeah, I mean, I think my time at the NTDP was phenomenal. Obviously, lots of guys have been getting drafted from there, and especially in the USHL, like, it's such a fun league to play in, and I had such a great time there. And my little brother will be playing on the Green Bay Gamblers next year. He tendered there this fall, and I'm so excited. So I'll be in and around the USHL for sure for the next couple of seasons.
What advice have you given him, or what advice do you have for him right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think lots of it's just kind of keep having fun, right? I mean, it's going to be a super stressful year. Next year's first year in the USHL, but I mean, I have a couple buddies on that team that he grew up with too, so I'm super excited for him, and I think he'll do great, and I can't wait to see what happens. So.
Can you talk about what you did to get physically stronger this year? Like, you put on some good muscle from like January to accomplish.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing is just the training. I think GVN is kind of the main thing for me. It's the program I've been training with and the trainers there for the past 2 seasons, and I think over the past 2-3 years I've put on 30 pounds, even upwards of that, and I think they've been such a big help with that. Everyone from Jackson Fry, Brian Gallivan, Joe Maloney, I mean, everyone there, Jason Smalls, Bailey, like, everyone was such a huge help there for me, and I couldn't thank them enough. So.
How has that changed your game?
Yeah, I mean, I think especially just like you said with the physicality part, I think that's such a big part of my game, and I was able to really utilize that a lot this year, especially just being stronger on my feet, that sort of thing. So.
Did you talk about your penalty killing?
Yeah, I mean, that's something I take a lot of pride in. I think for me, I try to find a way to help my team in any way I can, whether that's penalty kill, power play, 4-on-4, 5-on-5, whatever. I think that's something I take a lot of pride in and something that I enjoy doing a lot. So.
Who are the players you kind of looked up to?
Yeah, I mean, I think the main guy for me was Patrick Kane, being from Chicago. He's kind of the one I always idolized growing up, and kind of guys that I look at now a lot and try to emulate in my game is Vincent Trocheck and Matty Beniers. So.
How did you feel? You mentioned the strength aspect. How did you feel your game grew just this past year, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I think offensively was the biggest change for me. I think at the beginning of the year I wasn't maybe producing as much, and then kind of the back half of the season I think I really skyrocketed in that category, and I think that was huge for me, and I mean, just super fun season. I was very happy with the way it went.
Your meetings like with my career in the Sharks, maybe at the combine or where else?
Yeah, they were great. I mean, super nice people. It wasn't too hard on me, so it was great. And I had a great time speaking with all of them, and I'm looking forward to seeing them soon. So.
Looking forward to Michigan.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I was just there for 9-10 days this last month after the combine. It was great there. I met all the guys, skated, worked out with them, so it was a great time, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Were you debating whether or not to come here today, or is there no question you were going to come here?
No question, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Well, you mentioned GVN. I know there's a lot of current NHL guys who I guess work out and skate there. Anyone that you particularly gravitate toward?
Like person or trainers?
Players that are also there with you?
Yeah, I mean, I think, so I trained at the GVN back in Chicago, and there's lots of guys there. I mean, one guy that went yesterday, Riker Lee, I mean, I did all my combine training with him and stuff there. It was incredible. My little brother's able to do that with me too, and lots of my buddies who I grew up playing with work out there, and it's incredible, and it's such a great place to get better. So.
Is there someone from Chicago whose footsteps you followed in throughout your career, like youth hockey, junior?
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of guys. I mean, definitely at the Chicago Mission, right? Like, there's so many great players that come through that organization. Gabe Perreault, Carter Slager, Paul Fisher, Jack Devine, like, all those guys were so great to me. And whenever I needed advice on anything, they're always there for me, and they've been such a big help for me. So.
You know anybody on the Sharks?
Not personally, no, not personally.
Just for yourself, this moment, who do you share it with? Who is here with you today?
Yeah, my family. My mom, dad, brother, Oliver, and sister Elliot. I mean, it's such an incredible experience to share with them, and something that we've really looked forward to this year. And I mean, it's just so special to me to have them all here and share that moment with them.
How did your mom and dad impact your career?
Yeah, I mean, I think they were the biggest impacts for me for sure. I mean, the way they always supported me and my siblings through everything we've done, and the way they raised us has been incredible. And I mean, those are the two people I love the most, and it's incredible. They're the best. So.
Anybody else in particular kind of stand out that impacted you?
Yeah, I mean, I think lots of people, from all my coaching staff, all my teammates, I think everyone's had a part in this for sure. And I mean, I couldn't thank everyone enough, and it's just incredible to be here, and I'm so excited.
What do you know about San Jose? Obviously, development camps next week. Have you ever been out to the area? And if not, what have you heard about it?
Yeah, so I haven't been out to the area. I mean, obviously, I've heard it's such an incredible spot, and I mean, kind of like I said earlier, all the exciting prospects they have in the young core they're building. Like, I couldn't be happier to be drafted by them, and I'm so excited to get started.
When you look at some of the young core, right? You look at Misa and Celebrini, but Will Smith, going a similar route as you did the NTDP, and then he went to college. Is that a guy in similar position that you kind of maybe watched a little bit last year on the Sharks? You see that path, and you're like, I could do that. I could do some sort of path like
Definitely,
that.
yeah. I mean, obviously he's such a fun guy to watch. Such an unbelievable player, and I'm looking forward to hopefully getting to meet him soon. And I mean, I just couldn't be happier. Like I said, it's such an incredible opportunity, and I'm stoked.
I saw the Michigan hoodie.
Yeah.
He's a coach.
Yeah, head coach Brandon Arado there. So it's incredible that they're here, and it's been so fun to see them throughout the week. So
cool. Does it mean a little bit more to you that you're not even played for them yet, but they're here? So, in this moment, how much does that give you just feeling going into the next
100%.
season?
I mean, they're the best. I mean, like I said, I was just there for 9 to 10 days, and I mean, I couldn't tell you how much fun I had there with all of them, and the team was unbelievable. Like, it was so fun to be there, and it's such a great spot. You've seen all the players that they've produced. Like, it's super exciting to look forward to, and I can't wait to get started next year. So.
I was just going to add to Will Smith and Mac, whether you're going to try and get it on the TikTok videos.
We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah.
As you look ahead to next year, what are some of the things you have in mind in terms of developing your game?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me it's a bit of everything, right? Any way I can, and kind of finding out my role and seeing however I can help the team win. I think that's kind of the main thing I'm looking at right now.
What have you heard about that jump from the USHL to the NCAA? What the biggest difference is?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's with every level, right? It's the speed, the physicality definitely ups, and we played around 15 to 20 college games this year, so we got a little taste of it. But those games were so fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I couldn't be more excited.
Do you have a favorite game this year that you played in? Remember the most?
Michigan for sure. We played at Yost this year, and that was incredible. That was probably the one game this year where I just had an insane amount of goosebumps, and I was nervous, but it was such a fun experience, and playing in front of that crowd, and I can't wait to get in front of them next year. So.